engineers do?
Build stuff.
Build. What else do engineers do?
Design.
Design. Very good. So what are the different kinds of engineers?
Car fixers.
Car fixers, yes.
Mechanics.
Automobile engineers.
Mechanics.
Mechanical engineers.
Computer engineer.
Computer engineers. Someone who has an answer.
House. I don't know. Carpenter.
Building engineers. Okay. Civil engineers. Yes.
Plumber.
What's this? Where do smartboards and all that come from?
Technology.
Right? Computer engineers. What about planes? Who designs planes? What kind of engineers?
Aircraft.
Aeronautical engineers. So you see there's so many engineers. How do you think Flint Hill is preparing you to become an engineer today? What are the tools that Flint Hill is giving you?
Computers.
Math. Okay, that's the first thing that comes to mind, right? For engineering. What else?
iPads. No,
What are the other tools?
science.
Science. Okay.
Textbooks.
What else? Reading. Writing. Communication. Engineers don't write those? Why do you think engineers need to know how to read and write? Because if an engineer produces something, makes a plane, but he doesn't give you an operating manual, how is the pilot going to fly it? He's got to be able to articulate the directions very clearly, right? Okay. Why does an engineer need to know how to communicate? Read. Yes?
We need to talk to other people and figure out problems.
Yeah, so you've come up with a great invention. How are you going to sell your invention if you can't communicate it? So Flint Hill's giving you all the tools engineers need. Do you think Miss Yassine is an engineer?
Yes.
Okay, why do you think she's an engineer?
She teaches.
And?
And she.
Okay, that's true, but what makes her an engineer?
She educates students.
Right, so she's using all the tools we just talked about, right? And providing you with all these tools in the classroom. So everybody is an engineer almost every day. How long ago do you think the first bridge was built?
1600 BC.
Let's think of it in terms of the civilizations that you just studied.
Mesopotamia.
Sumer. Yes, yes. So the Sumerians, what kind of bridges did they build?
Arches.
Arches. Good. You remember even after your test is over. Okay. So Sumerians built arches, and what did they use to build the arches?
Bricks. Mud bricks.
Mud bricks.
Sun-dried mud bricks.
So here are some different kinds of bridges. Arch, which you've just said, is paper. A single sheet means a single sheet. Okay, don't come and ask me, can I use 2? Can I use 1.5? 1 sheet of paper, all right? And you're going to build a bridge that goes across the river. Now, I'm not a good engineer. I can talk about engineering, but I'm not a good engineer. So you look at my bridge, it's going to collapse in no time. See, it's already collapsed. The key is, if you put coins, pennies on this, how long it's going to stay without collapsing? You've got to design the bridge such that it stays.
I like to use scissors. Are we allowed to use tape?
You will not use tape for this experiment.
Not scissors.
You can use scissors. You can do whatever you want, but you will use 1 sheet of paper. And you want to test how many marbles or pennies it will hold.
But don't you
Alright.
need a middle one?
Pardon?
A structure in the middle?
A structure in the middle. You can do whatever you want with the sheet of paper. Whatever you want. Okay? That's your first experiment. The second one is you're going to build a suspension bridge with straws. Okay? And you want to build a bridge such that you get at least 1 car to go over it without it collapsing.
A wheel?
That's a marble. Okay?
That was a
Just
real
make
car.
sure it stands at least for a marble to go over it once. Alright?
Are we allowed to use tape for that bridge?
Yeah, you can use tape for that. You even have those tie things, right? Those ties.
They're in the
yeah.
car.
Your third experiment, we move a little away from bridges and we go to building, a tower. You can take 2 sheets of paper, newspaper, 2 of these to build a tower. Now a building tower. Okay? Now you recently learned shapes. What is one of the most powerful shapes for a base?
Square.
Rectangle.
Triangle.
You gotta go back to geometry. I know you're still doing it. Triangle. So start your base with a triangle. Okay? Now Avishka may have heard some of what we were planning yesterday, so
No, I asked actually.
I'm just teasing. So build a tower as tall as you can, and then you put one of these cups on top of the tower, right? And then try and put a weight on it. Not this weight, but maybe
Are
a
we
book.
working like
Yes, we're gonna work.
Like crushing.
All right, so you want to see that your tower can stand. You want to use minimum tape at the base of the tower. Okay, because the more we tape down the base, we've got to give it some flexibility to move, because even buildings built today do move. All right, they move a little, yes. When there are tornadoes and all that, they move. You don't.
Oh, yeah,
but they do have to
I'm
move.
gonna blow that.
Right? And then the 4th experiment is about density.
Listen.
We spent a lot of time boiling some eggs yesterday. Okay. So I'm going to ask you some simple questions about eggs.
They're hatched by birds.
What is the difference? What happens to the mass of an egg when you boil it?
It melts.
Nothing. Yes.
I'm not going to say right or wrong. I'm just asking you the question. What happens to the mass of an egg?
Nothing.
No, because the skin gets soft.
The skin gets softer and the chick dies and melts on its own.
Oh my god.
What happens?
Who's filming this?
Sorry. That's true.
Where's this guy?
Can I use a paper towel?
How? Look at ours. This is just see. Oh yeah. Look. What is it? So I can put more on there. No, look.
See, look at our pennies. No,
They copied us. Dude, let's I'm gonna put some more pennies on this bridge. The first one? Yeah. You can't do it. You only have one piece of paper also.
we use one piece.
Yeah, we cut it in half. So look, we'll take it.
Let them try what happens.
Wait, now we gotta see if it works. Oh yeah.
It took so many pennies because of this triangle shape, No, it shouldn't be float. It should blink.
I think it's
Olivia, you're doing good. That's how science experiment should be. Do it slowly.
Oh, I just
A little bit? You want more? Okay. Do it. Focus here.
I'm gonna make the other reel, okay? Adam, can you read paper about it?
Whoa!
Whoa, Cameron, turn this around.
Like that.
Ready?
A very thick log bridge. Is that a modern bridge, though? No. No. But it looks strong. What are you girls thinking?
This is gonna be so hard.
Josh, look at it, just figured out. We can build walls like that.